Hi.
Hi.
It's good to see you.
We're like fangirling over here.
What am I helping you guys with today?
Well, I would love to learn more about propagating all sorts of different plants and like air plants especially.
All right. Well, that's good. That's good to know. How many plants do you have right now?
In my room, it's 45. Yeah.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Is it possible to see all these plants?
Yes. I'll show you everything. And so I
Okay.
love air plants in like little containers or shells.
That's awesome.
My mom, she made this shelf herself, actually.
Get out of here. I love
Yeah.
that shelf.
Yeah.
Air plants are your favorite, or you're just trying to figure out how to propagate them?
Honestly, I think air plants are my favorite. And
Really?
I also sell a lot of plants, so learning to propagate would be good for me to learn.
Funny thing was, I was definitely not prepared for you to bring up air plants, but all of my air plants are all here.
Those are giant.
There's a lot, and there are some giant ones here. But when it comes to air plants, what you're going to see propagation-wise isn't a process of the typical propagation. Propagation of air plants is based on the maturity of the air plant itself. At the base of your air plant, you'll see a new little baby start to develop, kind of like this little guy here. And once that new baby is about 2/3 the size of the mother air plant, from the base, you can then just separate them. And then this little guy will start to just develop and grow on its own. So you're going to have to really focus in on care. It's not just air. They have to get the right moisture. So can you walk me through your process of air plant care?
I sit them in my windowsill. I have a spray bottle that I water them with. I've seen certain like concoctions of like fertilizer spray that I should be using.
You can use that as well. The one thing that you're definitely going to want to do is to take them at least once a week, right? This is what I do. I'll fill up my kitchen sink, fill it up with water, lukewarm water, and then submerge all of your air plants in that bath. And you're going to leave them in there for 15, 30 minutes. Just make sure that they get a nice deep bath. You're going to take them out. What you want to avoid is having moisture build up in the base, what we call the cup of your air plant. This whole bottom part will start to get dark brown and rot out, and all of your foliage will just fall apart. You're going to let them dry out upside down, kind of like this. Shake them out. Take one of the racks that are in the oven, put that over your sink, and then let them all sit on top of that to drain out. Now, I love the idea that you are misting them. I would do that at least once or twice a week. Spray them from the side, but also make sure you get that moisture to escape out of there as well. But you also want to make sure that they are consistently getting anywhere between medium light to bright indirect light. Try your best to avoid any direct sun. We want you to develop and grow these air plants and then really start your business off.
I want to get my own Etsy shop for sure. Sell just pots and then have probably clippings as well.
Anything that's going to be in the philodendron family, you have, let's say, a monstera, which you probably know is a pretty popular plant. They're also easy to propagate. Maybe you can start by purchasing one, and what you're going to look for on any philodendron, let's go across the board. They all have nodes. So then cut below that node, submerge that node into water, and from that node, that's where your roots grow.
I just do succulents mostly, and this is something I'm going to sell at a fair, and I like put that together myself. So in reality,
I see what you're doing there. So now you're creating your own little design styled pots of succulents. That looks great.
How would you propagate something like this?
That's a great question. Okay, so propagating your cacti, what you're going to do, you're taking a piece of something that's already thriving, right? And you have to cut it. So for that particular cactus, the process is basically cutting it anywhere where it's green. And you're going to take that piece of cactus and you're going to lay it down or stand it up in a corner of your window. You want it to get bright indirect light. Over time, that cut in will callus over. Once that soft spot is now hard, then you're going to take that cactus and put it down in soil. It'll start to then grow again. You will definitely see new growth develop from the mother cactus that you took a cutting from. As far as your outside area, are you able to show us where that is?
Yeah. So I've been prepping to make more to sell.
I love it. You got your own little setup going over there.
I have a greenhouse back there and these planter boxes.
Booming. You're doing a really great job there. What you might want to focus in on now is learning the process of propagating. So we'll supply you with my first book, Wild at Home. And then what we'll do is we'll take a few weeks, have you propagate some of these plants. I would say indoor staples, but also ones that develop really well when it comes to propagation. Your homework will be to start propagating some of these plants. And when we meet again, I want to see roots growing. I want to see what your next plans are for your business itself. Like, what is the name of your business?
So my great grandpa had his own garden. So my business name is Earl's Garden.
I love that. Let's get Earl's Garden growing, right? Then in a few weeks, we'll check back in.
Thank you
Sounds
so much
good.
for this opportunity.
Of course. And thank you so much. And we'll talk fairly soon. All right. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
I've started propagating, and even this one's got a little root. I love it.
I love it.
So we moved. It was very sudden, and I wasn't really prepared, but we moved most of the plants out, which was good. But I don't know. This has just been a crazy process.
Oh, there you are. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. How has life been?
I was in California, and now we're in Utah.
Now you're in Utah. That is a
Yeah.
huge move. And you had to move with all your plant friends?
We have most of them,
Okay.
but a lot of them had to get left behind.
Now that you've moved to Utah, does that stop the business that you told me you were planning to create for yourself?
Sadly, I think it kind of does, because Utah has like these harsh winters and summers. I don't know. So either I'm gonna have to find a way to do something inside, or I need to just be more conscious about what I have outside.
Now, were there any successes, I'll say, from what you had started when you were out in California that you were able to keep with you?
Yeah, I have this big bin. A lot of these little guys are here, focus.
Oh,
But
look
they're
at
starting
that.
to
I can
sprout.
see.
So I've done the hydroponics, if I'll show you.
Look at
I
you
put
shining.
these in the ones up here, if I move, has
Ooh,
giant
look at
roots. And there's
that.
this
Look
little
at that.
ivy
Yeah.
right there. Another thing is that you taught me how to propagate a cactus. And what's funny is that my sister has this cactus that's in our old backyard. That was her favorite. She's like, we need to save Jerry. I was like, okay, I can do this. And so I have him chilling in the window.
Nice. I love that. It's like you're just a young professional when it comes to these plants and propagating. So I'm just going to see you as my equal.
I'm taking a plant and soil science class. Yeah.
I love that.
And they also have like a greenhouse managing class that I want to take next semester.
Did your family move so you could go to this school so you could take these classes? But I really think you're gonna pass with flying colors. And like I said, if there are any questions that you have regarding plant care or something that's coming up, please feel free to DM me.
Thank you.
All right, Addison, you take care of yourself.
Take care.
Later. Bye.
Later.